Starting. Back by very lukewarm demand, I present to you your hosts of Heart and Soul, the Cusbros.
Remember these mics? Can you hear me? You can't hear me. You can hear me?
Bob Barker.
Actual retail price of the Torah?
$1.
I wish these ones worked.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Who's excited to be here tonight? That's great. All right, now be quiet. Everyone, be quiet.
Welcome to the 147th annual Art Mazel. Art and Soul.
We've got a very special program for everybody tonight. Every year, it's incredible, right?
You can hear Brian, right? Is it other people's faults or is it the... Okay. So, welcome. Oh my goodness, we have a fantastic night for you all tonight.
What a great night we've got.
Every year it gets better and better.
Yeah.
Every year it gets better and
Who
better.
remembers
Look at how
last
many people
year?
are in this room. We didn't have this many last time. We've never had anybody in this room.
Who was
It's
here
our first
last?
time
By,
in this
by
room.
show of hands, who was here last year? That's a lot of people.
So part of how we are able to make each year better and better is that we take community feedback.
That's
you
right.
all make this community. So the only way that we can make this a fun night is by taking feedback. Brian?
We have a feedback jar from last year. Now, feedback jars are very, very helpful, and last year was absolutely incredible. I heard last year literally change people's lives. Literally change their lives.
And by literally, we mean not metaphorically.
Yes, or metaphorically. But we use feedback jars to be able to help make every single year better. Funny story, we forgot to actually read the feedback
So all
for tonight.
feedback that was given digitally in the new millennium we took, but everything in the jar was not. But, so those people who did give feedback in the jar, we're going to read aloud now.
Yeah, we thought it would be fun to actually read some of
And
the
we
feedback
don't
from
want
last
people
year
to
for
feel
tonight.
left out. This is an inclusive community. Let's read what was in the jar.
All right, so I'm just going to give you a few. All right?
Okay, first one. This is hilarious. So all bits aside, a kid from JLC wrote feedback today, not a joke, and put this in the jar. Not a joke. So there are smiley faces with a tongue out, and I'll give this to the parents of this young boy. It says, again, not a joke. Gabe W. was here. Tee-hee, hee-hee.
Lots of smiley faces.
Bro, I'm so serious that this really happened. And if I don't give it to the parents, it's because I've laminated it or framed it.
There's a lot of Gabe W, so we don't know who it is exactly.
I don't know who Gabe W is.
All right, but let's get back to
But this is totally in character.
let's get back to the fake feedback notes. All right.
What?
I mean, real feedback notes. So the first one, we'll just read them out. Fantastic event, wonderful honorees, great fun, no suggestions, thank you.
Amazing. That's the type of feedback we
I love
want
that.
on the night.
It's a perfect night.
Here's the next one I have. Incredible night. Please don't let Brian and Josh sing again. This is like a Yelp review. It's so it has someone's name. It says Jesse T.
Huh.
Jesse T doesn't want us to sing again. I don't know who Jesse T is.
I don't know. That's a little personal.
It's a little. I'm a little hurt. I'm a little hurt.
All right. Let me read this next one. Okay. Best event of the year. Also a musical homicide.
Musical homicide?
Jay Toledano?
That's got to be someone different. I know this family, but that could be anybody.
There's
in
a
that
lot
family.
of Toledanos, so it could be anyone. It could be literally anyone.
So here's the other one you gave me. Less singy, more boozy. Yese Toledezi. I don't know the I'm on the membership committee here. Don't know the Toledisi family.
All right, let's just read out a few more. All right, this was such a fun night. Great food, great drink, but the guys in spandex were kind of gross. Okay.
There's no spandex this year.
All right, any more?
Was it just say Ken like the name, or Ken like yes? I can't know. I apologize. We're doing like a Colin Jost, Michael Che bit, so I didn't write this. I don't get it. Please explain.
One more. Are these two cousins or no? I don't get it. If they are, why do they talk about it so darn much?
If we weren't cousins, why do we look so much alike?
All right, let's do one more and then let's end this.
Can we keep the spandex? It made me flush with delight. Brian P.
That was me.
That's ridiculous.
I regret nothing.
All right. Listen.
All right, no more. No more of the feedback. We get it, people.
We're not singing tonight, all right? We're not singing.
Wait. Let's not go that far. I spent a lot of time rewriting lyrics to a popular song. You're telling me...
That's like the most Jewish thing ever, rewriting lyrics to popular songs.
Start spreading the Jews.
Stop right there.
No?
First of all, no. Start spreading the Jews? Who, you Nebuchadnezzar? Get out of here,
that
bro.
Was 3 months of work for that one lyric.
That was a deep cut. I thought y'all read your Talmud. Come on.
All right.
All right.
All right, no singing.
No songs.
No singing.
Look,
fine,
here's
fine.
the deal. Here's the deal. We've got new chairs, right? How are the chairs? Yeah. How are the chairs? So under the chairs are the shelf where they keep the sea doors. So if you look under your chairs, you'll find nothing. You'll find nothing. It's not
Absolutely.
Oprah. This isn't Oprah. There's nothing there.
What were you expecting?
We do have something that none of you know about. Brian, you don't even know about this. So, big surprise for the night, big reveal of the night. When FAO Schwartz went out of business, Jerry Zinn bought the giant keyboard.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
We did not. This is
not a bit. This is not a bit. Jerry Zinn bought the keyboard. He donated it to Shomrei. Since we don't have an organ, the Bima has keyboard under it. So in honor of Art and Soul tonight,
I love Jerry Zinn.
I was gonna take this off. I'm gonna keep it on. We're gonna do Heart and Soul from the major motion picture Big.
What is going on right now? I know this. Where is it? We can do this.
All right. Let the festivities begin. We're here to honor some very, very important...
I'm okay.
Did you bring
I'm
your
okay.
inhaler?
Yeah, I didn't take off the cap, but it still works.
3 scotches before this started was not a good choice.
We got a
very special night.
We got
tonight.
a great program. We have a wonderful evening for everybody. Incredible honorees. And I think we want to start off the night by introducing our president,
Mr. Give it up for Aaron Delaney.
So when Michael Sag helped recruit me for president, he didn't say I had to follow these guys every year. So, and my feedback is when I recruited Josh to the board, he promised me he'd wear that spandex to every board meeting, and so far he hasn't. So I want to start by thanking everyone for being here tonight. As you know, this is our big fundraising night for our thriving preschools and our gold standard JLCs and a JLC. And our schools are really, truly bursting at the seams right now. And this night tonight and the work that people have done in the past is really a big part of that and how successful our schools are. So my main job tonight is going to be introduce 2 of our 3 honorees. But before that, I want to give a few words of thanks. So first, can we please give a round of applause to Ayla, Leslie, Sarah, the people who steer the ship of our school, and all the Moors that are here tonight. They are truly part of the heart and soul of our community. And I also want to give a huge thanks out to our planning committee, the staff, and our beloved volunteers who gave so much of their time to put this night together, this night of art and soul. So I just want to ask, if you're on the committee, can you please stand up? If you're part of planning, come on, we can do it. Please, big round of applause for everyone. All right, so we have an amazing night ahead honoring these 3 incredible women, and I get to say a few words of introduction to folks who need almost no introduction. So in the run of show, Rachel, are you supposed to come up here now? What do you think? Yes, let's bring Rachel up for the first honoree for today. We'll just make this up as we go along. All right, so many of you know Rachel as an acclaimed fiber artist who also has been a leader at Shomrei since she came here, joined us 16 years ago. I've primarily known Rachel as a fellow board member, but her list of achievements as a leader here at Shomrei is impressive and long. When she first joined the synagogue, our then Rabbi Greenstein enlisted her as part of an effort to encourage women to wear talit and kippot at services. But Rachel, of course, responded by organizing a workshop teaching women how to design and sew their own talits. She was a key member of the 2020 committee, which so many of us here are benefiting from the work they did, including moving our Hebrew school to Saturday, which is really a foundation of its success, and instituting our voluntary dues, our sustaining share program, which has really helped fuel the growth here at the synagogue. More recently, she was on both the Rabbi Search and the Rabbi Transition Committee, who helped bring Rabbi Julie to our synagogue and make her and her family feel at home. But one of her most impressive accomplishments, along with one of our other honorees tonight, Jennifer Moses, is creating our art gallery here at Shomrei. Under their leadership, this gallery has grown from exhibiting a handful of our own wonderful artists here at Shomrei to really being a destination gallery for local and international Jewish artists. Including in the fall of 2024, I'm sure many of you remember, it was the first gallery exhibition of a group of Israeli photographers who photographed the protests, the judicial protests in Israel. And I spent a lot of time staring at those photos, absorbing them. They were incredibly meaningful. And it was really a gift that Jennifer and Rachel were able to bring that here to the synagogue. So, thank you. So Rachel, for all this work, your vision and leadership, on behalf of the entire Shomrei community, we want to thank you. And present you with this wonderful gift as a token of our appreciation. And I actually want to, before I call Jennifer up here, I want to take a few moments to say something about these gifts that the planning committee really took a lot of time and thought to put together. So the first gift is a challah board and a challah knife. And these are really going to represent and signify the honorees, all of our honorees' warmth. Any of you who know them know their warmth and generosity in terms of inviting all of the community into their homes and also making Shomrei really feel like a home for all of us. So that's the first. The second is an incredibly special gift. It's a copy of Leanna Fink's graphic novel, Let There Be Light. So Leanna is a New Yorker cartoonist, but more importantly, she is the daughter of our own Harriet and Michael Fink. And her book is a reimagining of the story of Genesis with God as a woman. And it seemed incredibly appropriate to give this as a gift to our honorees to recognize their own work at creating our own community here at Shomrei. So thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank you.
I think we're just yeah. Jennifer. certainly can't. Doing beautifully. All right, so I now have the privilege. I'm actually going to hope they're both going to do the keyboard underneath here right now. So I now have the privilege. She can not only walk in heels, she can dance, ladies and gentlemen. So I now have the privilege of introducing our own, if I can get her to stand still, Jennifer Moses. Jennifer, as many of you know, is a painter and a prolific author of novels and memoirs, as well as many award-winning short stories and nonfiction articles, and you may also know her as a regular essayist in the Times of Israel. Her works include her most recent book, You've Told Me Before, which, as a plug, she will be discussing this Monday night at Shomrei at 8 p.m., so please come and join her. Because Sarita made you. So she and her family, Stuart and their family, have been members of Shomrei since 2008, but I primarily got to know Jennifer through our Saturday morning Torah group. And I saw a profile of Jennifer that described her as dedicated to sparking learning, which actually really made me laugh, because sparking is a great way to introduce Jennifer's approach to Torah learning, which is always provocative, always insightful, and always challenging us to present our best thinking, often in very blunt terms. So I love Jennifer for that. She's truly a delight to study with. She's also been a leader here at Shomrei in many other ways. Her and her family generously funded a project to illuminate our glass windows at Shomrei. She's used her artistic talents to illustrate prayer books, and she most recently helped initiate our Hebrew Conversation Group, which is now a weekly fixture here at Shomrei. So as I've already mentioned, Jennifer, along with Rachel, has just been essential in establishing our art gallery space here at Shomrei. And I don't want to repeat everything I said before, but her leadership and her vision is evident in all aspects of our gallery. So again, Jennifer, on behalf of the entire Shomrei community, thank you for your vision, thank you for your leadership, and thank you for all that you've done to our community. Token of our appreciation. I'm now going to ask Ayla to come up and introduce our last honoree, Susanna.
Good evening. My name is Ayla Winter. I'm the Director of Education here at Shomrei and someone who is very lucky to spend a lot of time with Susanna. Mazel tov to our two other honorees. I truly have gotten so much joy out of the work that you have both done here at Shomrei, and I feel so blessed to have you part of this community. Tonight we are honored to celebrate someone who truly embodies what it means to be a rising star in our Shomrei community. Susanna, your impact here is everywhere. You bring heart and vision. You care so deeply about the success of this community, not just as it is now, but as it continues to grow and evolve. You believe in Shomrei as a home, a place where Jewish life is lived fully, where relationships matter, and where people feel seen and valued. As preschool PA president, you understand that investing in our youngest families is really about investing in the future of Shomrei itself. You once told me that you wanted to build a community of your own, and I know how proud you are of the Shomrei that you have helped grow. As a champion of Shabbat Katan, you have created sacred and joyful entry points for young families and helped make Shabbat accessible and inviting. New and young families don't just attend Shomrei, they feel like they belong here. Your love of tefillah and music is something truly special. You bring soul and spirit into our shared moments, helping prayer become points of connection. And then there's programming. If there is an event, big or small, happening in this building, chances are Susanna has her hand in it. You thoughtfully consider each detail, but most importantly, how people who walk through our doors will feel. You have an amazing gift of transforming any space and making it feel magical. In your most important role as a mom, you are an extraordinary role model for your family. Rafa, Mac, and Frankie are growing up watching you lead with generosity. They see what it looks like to build community, to show up consistently, and to give back in a meaningful way. You have learned from your own parents and are passing that value on to them. On a more personal note, Susanna, you are also an amazing friend. It has been such a gift to spend even more time with you and as you become more involved in Shomrei. Your warmth and kindness are just a few of the incredible traits you possess. I feel incredibly lucky to have you as a thought partner in growing this community. Your leadership is intentional and generous, joyful and grounded. You strengthen this community in countless visible and invisible ways, and you make Shomrei a more connected, caring, fun, and beautiful place because of who you are. It is with the deepest gratitude and immense pride that we honor you tonight as a rising star. Thank you for all that you give and for helping Shomrei continue to shine.
Thank you so much for this honor, and especially for honoring me alongside Jennifer and Susanna. Being part of the Shomrei community is so important to me. On one hand, it grounds me, and on another, it opens me up to new people and new ideas. In my mind, the best way to become part of a community is to show up and volunteer. When we joined Shomrei many years ago, the first thing I volunteered to do was run the gallery with Jennifer. I wish every synagogue had an art gallery. Here at Shomrei, we have so many different classes and talks to help us learn and wrestle with texts, learn about Jewish thought and Jewish history. And the art we hang in the gallery does that also. Here at Shomrei, we talk about open-door Judaism and what it means and the many ways that people can walk through our doors to engage Jewishly. The art gallery is one of those ways. By looking at the paintings, sculptures, reading photographs, reading the wall texts, listening to the artists, this can become someone's path to participate in what goes on here and to expand their knowledge of Judaism. I am so grateful that we have an art gallery at Shomrei, that Jennifer and I worked on it together all these years, and that now I have a new gallery committee to keep it going. I am also very, very grateful that this community so supports the gallery. I want to thank everyone who worked on making this evening happen. Jennifer, Janice, Lauren, Morgan, Danielle, Aisha, Jenny, Nina, Jessica, Josh, Lynn, John, Fran, Paula, Melissa, Brian, Donna, Romy, Julia, Jill, Mara, June, Ayla, Melissa, Leslie, Jen, Aviva, Gal, Teresa, Carlos, Moo, and the preschool Moras. Thank you so much.
I wrote this while holding Frankie this afternoon because Travis can't hold her right now with his hand. So I voice memoed it in my phone. To my parents, thanks for raising me at BJ, sending me to Heschel, for banging with forks to Shalom Aleichem, for forcing us to bench while we cleaned up Shabbos dinner. I know I magically disappeared a lot during the cleaning part, but let bygones be bygones. To my brother and dad for doing Friday night pre-Shabbat dinner jam sessions, singing with me in the living room, and to my mom and sister who put up with this week after week. To my Travis, who I met at 19 after completing my freshman year at BU for costume design, who traveled to wherever my college Jewish a cappella group was performing as our greatest groupie and supporter. You all made it so easy to find myself religiously, spiritually, and to fall in love with my Jewishness. I take so much pride in where I come from and the Jewish figures and thinkers who came before me and hope they would be proud of me. All of this is why I care and why I volunteer. Travis thinks it's funny that each of our 3 kids has had a different address on their birth certificate. So much has changed. We did our first baby naming for Rafa at AABJ&D in West Orange because it was my grandfather-in-law's Jewish home. We did Max Briss at the Wilshire because we still hadn't found our own Jewish home, but I had just started to volunteer for Shomrei Kiddush at 7.5 months pregnant, thanks to Eileen and Beryl, because I was holding out hopes for this awesome new rabbi I had been told about that was coming in and wanted to earn my right to have a voice, because once a month Shabbos for my kids wasn't good enough to build a routine or a love for all of this like I had. I say this because a year ago this weekend, we had our baby naming for my daughter Frankie right here with all of you. Shomrei, you have made Montclair my forever home, a Jewish home I needed for me and I wanted for my kids, but I could never have imagined the everything, and it is truly everything, that I would get back in return. I know I've done a lot of work to help get it there, but it had to exist and be open to my putting a little zhuzh on it in the first place. My father-in-law says that luck is when opportunity meets preparedness. I feel very lucky that I found Shomrei in the time that I did, with the rabbi that I did, the people that I did, the energy that I did, and then I was ready, willing, and prepared to jump in however I could add value. To my friends, oldest, old, newer, and future, thank you so much for tonight and for helping this community be what it is for me and for everyone. To be a part of a community where high holiday honors are earned, feedback is valued, and there is a real team effort fueled by passion in every single thing that goes on here, from an event that just needs a chair set up to full-on Israeli market ragers at the rabbi's house, and the adult B'nai Mitzvah last year, etc., all the squads, committees. How cool to be showing up for meetings with my friends who also give a you-know-what about this stuff. It's just such a team of volunteers, and it truly does take a Shomrei village, and how lucky are we that that village embraces the challenge and raises their hand to be called on. Thank you for everything.
Do I need to use this or kiss this? I need to use this one. Okay, so Erin Delaney, who's the president of our show, I got to correct you about something, which is that Rachel did that photography exhibit all by herself. It was great, but I don't get credit for I mean, I love taking credit for other people's work, but in the synagogue setting, I'm like, I'm not going to risk it. Okay. So this said, when I was given this honor, I didn't write this part down, so if I screw up the lines, sorry, this is off the top of my little old lady brain. I called the kids and said, you can't believe it, they're giving me the honor. Like, you, why? I'm like, I don't know, we haven't given that much money. But then, we need to make the speech and choose the dress, right? Rachel and I talked a lot about the dress. I didn't with Susanna because she's young and beautiful. Rachel is medium young and beautiful. I'm neither. So anyway, so then I had all three of my children and their spouses and their babies are with us this weekend, which is fantastic and really messy and loud. And the kids were talking about what's it called? ChatGPT? Right. So I just, like, at the last minute, pulled up a ChatGPT speech. And I'm just going to read to you, and then I'm going to read you my speech, which isn't as good. So here's the ChatGPT. Start with a warm greeting and thanks. Good evening, everyone. Rabbi name, synagogue president's name. It says Woman of the Year, but I'm like, I'm 1/3 of the Women of the Year. It's an honor I never expected. No kidding. Because this is so stupid that I have this honor. I mean, every year Stuart and I come and I turn to Stuart, my husband, and I say, this is so lovely. I'm never going to get this, and this is one piece of recognition I'm not going to lose sleep over because I don't, anyway. Okay, looking around, it's so many women who inspire me every day. I can't actually see you, but I'm sure you're there. Then it's acknowledge the community shul. When I first walked through the doors of synagogue name, I was looking for a place, since I was looking for a place to pray, for me I was looking for a place to eat and gossip. What I found was family. The warmth I received here is what motivated me to give back. I haven't given back much. I've always believed that our shul is only as strong as the people who show up. That's true. Then it's share a brief personal story connection. I remember when I first started volunteering, I've done very little volunteer work here. Mainly the art, and not recently so much. I do like to make my opinion known, and then people don't talk to me for several weeks or years afterwards. Specific committee, e.g., the Sisterhood Shabbat educational program, I've done none of that. I was nervous, but I quickly learned that synagogue name, we are all in this together, passing the Torah from hand to hand, as the tradition says. From a mention a small funny task, e.g. sorting holiday food drives, to mention a big project, e.g. organizing the gala. Thank you. Every moment has been a joy because I was doing it with all of you. Express gratitude, sharing the spotlight. I certainly did not reach this podium alone, obviously. Okay, so that's the chat GTP, and then I'm going to do my own thing. Chat GPT is bowing, thank you. So honestly, my kids were right, like, Mom, are you kidding me? You getting this, like, honor? Like, they were right, you know? Like, I do deserve the honor of, like, I raised my children without dropping any of them on their heads. Or not that often. But actually, Rachel really does deserve the honor. I mean, she really does. She's just been on every board. She's done the art. She's been on board. You know, it's the old joke. It's a stupid joke. I apologize, but I have to say it. Plural Schmuckus committee. She's been on all the committees. I'm allergic to committees. I've been on one committee, the art committee, with Rachel. Because Rachel, you know, it's just like two of us, and we just did it for all those years until I stopped doing it, which was, what, like a year ago, right? So it's really Rachel who does it. I am on the extremely opinionated Torah group committee, where I like to point out why everybody else is wrong and I'm right, even though I have very, very little Judaic background. Didn't know an aleph from a bet till I was 40. Grew up in Virginia riding horses. Didn't know a Jew till I went to college who wasn't in my family. And we were yuckies, so it was terrible. Anyway, sorry. And then, of course, Susanna is really like a one-woman mitzvah machine. She just does everything. She's amazing. She's, just look at the shoes. I mean, do I have to say anything else? You know, you can wear shoes like that. You get to be the empress of the world forever. So, but Rachel and I did do the art for about 17 years together, and anyway, so I was trying to figure out, like, why, I get why they did, really, Rachel and Susanna, 100%, but why me? And I was like, because they can't do Rachel without me. Because then, like, what if they stop giving, you know, they're pretty big dues because they're old, so they're giving more because they don't have to send their kids to college anymore. They're not saving. They know they're going to be dead. So they're giving more money to the shul. So we have to give it to Jennifer because otherwise, who knows? So I was like thrilled, like, yeah, I'll take it. But the main thing is, like, I will so take it because I so love attention. I so love attention. I'm one of 4 kids. We still have a father, so we still think, you know, we're the kids. If you have a father when you're my age, you still are a kid. And so my older sister, who's much older than me, she's 2 years older than me. She's much, 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 much older than me. She looks older than me. She's here because she lives in New York. My father was going to come, he's 96, but he was going to drive up from Washington and back in one night. So we said, if you die at my event, I will kill you. So I'm actually disappointed. I really wanted him here because he'd be like, holy bajoli, I can't believe my daughter's getting this award. This is crazy. But he's not here. And my college roommate is here, and she's also like, I can't believe Jennifer's getting this award, because I've known her a really long time. She does not deserve this award. But as I said, I do love the attention, so thank you for paying attention to me. And oh, one more thing. So no, this is serious. This is serious. So Stuart and I, when we came to this shul 17 years ago, when we moved here from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we are the first people in the history of forever who've moved to Montclair from Baton Rouge. People used to say, oh, did you move from the city? And we're like, yeah, just not the one you're thinking of. Y'all. We were like the youngest people in the shul. That tells you something, because we're not anymore. And it's not just about us, it's because Rabbi Julie and others have brought in so much incredible energy. And I actually, I've always hated going to synagogue my whole life because there's too much praying, you know? But I love coming to synagogue now. So I don't know. I don't know, I probably should have a third drink. Thank you.
Talk about not wanting to follow someone. Rabbi Julie.
Tonight is a special night of celebration for our community. It's only once a year that we choose to lift up and honor the volunteers who have made such a difference in our community, and I just didn't want to miss tonight, and I knew my mom would want me to be here as well. I want to offer the three of you these words of blessing, and just to tell all of you that when I get to the traditional blessing from the Torah, there's a response, Kein Yehi Ratzon, that's your job. I'll tell you when it's time. Misha Beirach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov V'imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah. Bless Rachel and Jennifer and Susanna, who you have filled with the Spirit of God, with wisdom, understanding, and inspiration, and with the talent for all types of artistry. Rachel, Jennifer, and Susanna, like Betzalel, the artisan who oversaw the construction of the Mishkan, the holy sanctuary in the desert. You bring your artistic talents in art, writing, and music and humor to sanctify and elevate our beloved Shomrei community. Each of you in your own way exemplifies the value of Hidur Mitzvah, of beautifying our sacred commandments. We are grateful, so grateful, for the myriad ways in which you share your unique gifts with all of us. Rachel, you have taken the art gallery to new heights with carefully curated shows that remind us that photography and art are forms of midrash on the Jewish experience. And your involvement in our community reminds us that when we give from our hearts and from our unique talents, we ensure that the next generation, like your own children, grow up feeling loved at Shomrei. Jennifer, as we saw just a minute ago, you bring a rare and delightful wit and humor to every conversation, keeping us on our toes, whether a weekly Torah study before services or one-on-one conversations, or a book talk about your latest collection of short stories. All of us sitting here can see the beautiful windows that are newly illuminated in our sanctuary, thanks to your generosity together with Stuart. Okay, and some other people she's whispering about. So too, your unique Jewish lens helps Shomrei Chadesh Yameinu Kedem, renew our days as of old. Susanna, I'll never forget what you said to me last year when I thanked you for organizing Purim beyond our wild imagination. You said you wanted your kids to know how much fun Jewish holidays can be. And then, wow, we found out what a beautiful voice you have and the neshama you bring to Zamru. Thank you for demonstrating for your personal family and the Shomrei family the true meaning of Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, of serving God with joy. To all three of you, I want to say, may the years ahead be filled with joyful celebrations, good health, nachas from family, and a deep and meaningful sense of community. Thank you for enriching our community with your leadership and care. And I want to close with this traditional blessing from our tradition, and the community is ready to respond. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Mazel tov.
Rabbi Julie, everyone. And let's give it up for the honorees.
And Jordan, the AV guy, huh?
Jordan.
The AV guy, he's gone, he's out.
And look, Brian, you're my cousin and best friend, and I love you, but you're fired. Jennifer Moses, we're doing this next year. We're doing this. Holy cannoli. All right, so thank you all so much. Most important part of the night, we've got wonderful food, we've got 3 bars, but get your raffle tickets. Let's all get raffle tickets. Do not forget to write your name on the back of the raffle ticket. That would be so wonderful if you buy a raffle ticket and then don't put your name on it. It makes it so much easier for me to win.
Additionally, there's going to be a silent auction. Don't forget about the silent auction. There's going to be some higher value premium items. Write down your bid. And we have a caricature artist, so please make sure you visit.
Silent auction ends at 10, so please keep checking the silent auction list. If you get outbid that person, okay?
And for our preschool families, don't forget the artwork of our youngest and finest in the preschool. Do not leave this night without your kids' art for that low price of $40.
You gotta bid on your kids' art, preschool parents. Rafa, stop distracting everybody.
And now,
give it up for Rafa, everyone. And
now Josh and I will close it out with a dance of Flight of the Bumblebees. No, we won't.
Thank you all. Everyone, go out there, bid on
Have
raffle
fun.
tickets.
Thank you.
All proceeds go to the JLC, go to teacher development. Have a great night.